Mindfulness means to be aware of the present moment, aware of your thoughts, aware of your feelings, the effects of your actions, your bodily sensations, like feeling or hearing, and your desires. Our society doesn't do a whole lot of this, with basically all of our time being taken up by doing something, whether that be work, YouTube, TV, Instagram. Something's always going on. Very rarely do we just stop everything and just focus on our mind. So here's everything you can do to take advantage of the time when you're doing nothing in less than 10 minutes. First up is meditation. Meditation is simply when you focus your mind on something other than thinking, but still something that you can sense. So basically, you sit down in, I don't know, the edge of the bed or in a chair and you just focus on your breathing. Or you focus on how the air around your right hand feels, or how the pressure on your left butt cheek is just hurting, or how your heel is lifted off the ground. What you focus on doesn't super matter. What does matter is that when you inevitably lose focus and start thinking about whatever your mind starts thinking about, you notice that you're thinking, literally confirming in your mind, I notice I am thinking about X, and then you go back to focusing whatever you were focusing on at the start. This trains you to be less like a Gen Alpha kid with major brain rot and severe ADHD.
Oh, what's up, dude? What's up, brother? Wait, hold on. English or Spanish?
And more like someone who can focus on what is happening in front of them, or to the side of them, or even behind them. Affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements to challenge any negative thoughts you have and create a more positive mindset. Someone doubting themselves bad may say to themselves multiple times, I am enough, I am enough, I am enough. To try to manipulate or trick their mind into stop doubting themselves. A lot of people make fun of affirmations, myself included sometimes. But there is evidence that saying things, even if not true in the moment, can make them true in the future, or at least more true. This has a lot to do with the placebo effect, and is a reason that some historians give for why witch doctors have been shown as being effective, even without any knowledge of modern medicine. Mindful eating is when you drop the conversations with people and the videos while you're at the table and just focus in on all those sensations when you eat. When I'm eating, I focus on how these chocolate pretzels taste. That crunchy feel, that sweet and salty mix that just activates those taste receptors. I focus in on how it smells like chocolate. Now, I already ate way too much of Five Guys. So that food did not taste very good and is not making me feel very good. And so I'm missing out on the second part of mindful eating, which is to listen to your body when it says it's hungry and when it's not hungry. When you feel hungry, eat something. When you're not hungry, don't eat anything like chocolate pretzels. Journaling. Journaling does not have a true definition, but is usually explained as the act of writing down your thoughts and feelings. This can range from an encounter at the grocery store to your existential dread about the future of humanity and nuclear war. Once you have this encounter, you usually write about what your current thoughts are on that event. An example would be me and my girlfriend got in an argument. I write down what happened. I write down how it made me feel. And then I write down what I can do next. Journaling's goal is to give you time to think through what happened for two reasons. First is whether or not what you're doing is reasonable and something you should get emotional or angry or feel whatever emotion you have over. From personal experience, it's usually not. Like, I don't know, maybe the argument you got into isn't that important, but who am I to say? Who am I to say? And then its second goal is to give you time to let all your feelings out and vent them, just like you're venting them to someone else, but not actually venting them to someone else. Just get them out of your head and brewing and turning to something large and get it down on paper. In addition to all of this, studies have backed journaling's ability to improve people's ability to learn and retain information, improve people's abilities to set goals, improve people's abilities to stay focused, improve people's abilities to stay accountable, and improve people's abilities to manage stress and emotions. Journaling is such a good way of improving your mindfulness that I made an entire Emmy-nominated video on it. Wink, wink. Next is walking and thinking. Not sure how much I need to really explain this, but it's basically when you are walking and think through whatever is on your mind. You know, whatever is bothering you or whatever is holding your thoughts. This is my most used method of mindfulness. I almost treat it like a mix of a journal and a timeout. You say to yourself, time out. Just stop what you're doing and just think about what's going on. This is going too far. But it's kind of like a journal in your head where you're thinking about what happened, you're thinking about how it makes you feel, you're thinking about what you can do about it now. I really like doing this outdoors too, which to my suburban self means in my fenced off backyard, where I can always see the other side of my fence no matter where I am. But anyways, walking and thinking outdoors just hits different. No amount of za is ever gonna match that. And I definitely know that from experience. Focus on your breathing. Whenever you feel really bad anxiety starting or a panic attack starting, you pause, breathe in for 3, hold for 3, and breathe out for 3. It doesn't have to be a poetic lineup like that. I mean, you can breathe in for 5 seconds, hold for a few, and exhale fast. But to have a similar amount in each of those things is what's usually done. Its basic purpose is to take you out of an infinity anxiety spiral, as I call it. Your mind just can't stop thinking and going through imaginary things that haven't happened yet and may never happen. It shouldn't be used too often, but in the right situations can be very helpful. Next is exercise, which isn't truly mindfulness, but can have mindfulness effects, and I'll explain how. By ditching music, which is a crazy idea, but I also made a video on that, and just purely focusing in on the lift can have similar meditative effects as meditation. I mean, how cool would that be? To have both meditation and exercising at the same time. That just seems like hyper efficiency to me. I don't know about you. So maybe try ditching the music. Just see how it works for you. I mean, I also have a video in the description below if you need some more convincing. Oh, and speaking of music, I'm gonna make so many of you feel happy before making you crumble down. Music can be a great way of improving mindfulness, which may have gone against exactly what I just said, but it's because you can't be absorbed into the music like you usually do. No Weeknd or Taylor Swift or Ed Sheeran or Kendrick Lamar. Instead, some good old no-name music, or maybe some Mozart. And then with the music, you're not doing anything else at the same time. You're simply just listening to the music and noticing the different beats, the different sounds, the different volumes, kind of like you're meditating, which is not gonna be the same amount of fun as a Kendrick Lamar song.
Not like us.
Sorry. Instead, you have to have a deep appreciation for 100% authentic, just music. None of you are going to do that. Feeling overwhelmed? Well, good, because over these last 10 minutes, you've learned all the mindfulness techniques you need to feel less overwhelmed, and actually use these techniques. Please, don't be like most self-improvement viewers to use this as a quick dopamine hit and as a way of kidding yourself into thinking that you're actually improving. Start off with just trying to include journaling and or meditation and see the benefits from there. Now, why don't you just scroll down and tap the subscribe button, as you'll be seeing absolutely litty videos like these ones every 4 days. And don't forget to ditch the constant media, enjoy the nothingness, and think better. I'll catch you over in this video right here.